Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing Ride 4, and today we're going to be tackling the Nordschleife, but with my controller overlay to give you guys an idea and an understanding of how to improve your time, or even just to stay on the bike and stay within track limits in the most notorious difficult track of Ride 4. So key things to mention, of course, you may or may not have seen my other videos, but I'm going to reiterate a few points just in case you haven't seen my videos when it comes to braking guides, acceleration guides, cornering guides, and even just bike control in general. So this controller overlay to the right hand side should explain a few things. Now of course, the basics: right trigger is to accelerate, left trigger is to brake, at least the front brake that is, square button as the rear brake, X button as my tuck in button, triangle to upshift, and circle to downshift. But something I must mention is I do use semi-automatic gears, so the triangle doesn't get used that often, but I do all the downshifts myself, as you will see. Well, hereabouts. Sometimes, but not all the time. But as we now go into the right hand side for the very difficult turn 7, I'm going to gently bring on the acceleration and give a lot of tuck-in. Now with the tuck-in button enabled, keep your rider's weight tucked in, keeps everything nice and tight, and then you can accelerate with the best of your ability. But when you are tucking in, the chances of you going wider into a corner perhaps is much higher. So if you are going on the brakes, you need to make sure that the analog stick is being pushed backwards so the rider's weight is more neutral, and then coming out of corners you'll apply the X button as the tuck-in. Now with the Nordschleife, extremely difficult track. There's no way to really sugarcoat it. It's a very difficult circuit, iconic, everyone knows how difficult and how long and how arduous it can be sometimes. But with the analog display and the control overlay, I'm hoping you'll pick up a few tips along the way. But now into the right hand side for turn 12, very tight to the apex. You are going to notice that the right trigger isn't often fully accelerating. It's always really hovering around 50, 60, 70, maybe 80%. And the same can be said with the front brake. Now the front brake being at L2, it's very important that you don't just slam on the front brake, because if you do slam on the front brake, there is a high possibility that you will send too much force to the front end, causing an endo where the rear tyre will then start to skip on the tarmac and things will get very, very hard to control. And that's what we're trying to avoid here. There's a few other points I can give you as well with the Nordschleife is you need to be relaxed, nice and calm. Use the control as you would on a real bike. You're not going to hold the grip and grip the handlebars like it was your last day on earth. You're going to absolutely relax, take it easy, and just enjoy the experience of this wonderful, difficult track. But a lot of these corners require early movement with the analog stick. If you're a car racer, you're going to notice it straight away. Maybe just after you've realised how early you need to brake, but you also need to move the rider's weight in early. If you do it too late, the rider cannot get down to the floor enough, well, in enough time to actually make the corner. So you need to be very careful when you're positioning the bike. And another great tip, don't be too aggressive. Don't be too late, be early. If you think everything is coming at you so fast, you need to try and slow things down, whether it's just be in your head or on the motorcycle. So take corners slowly, take them easy until you feel confident enough to really bring on the acceleration. For example, this left hander up here has caught me out so many times in recent times. I'm going to take a little bit steadier. I'm going to just brake nice and early, nice and gentle. A little bit of a moment there as the front end got tucked into the dip and the rear ended up lifting up. But we took it gentle. We took it a little bit steady, enjoyed the experience, and now we can continue pushing like an absolute madman. Maybe not, but I did go quite fast on this particular lap and I did enjoy it, and that's the most important I want you guys to understand as well. That you have to enjoy this track to actually want to do it, because otherwise it's a chore. And I'm hoping with the controller overlay, if you have been intimidated by this track in the past and you fear it, hopefully the controller overlay will give you a good understanding of how gentle, how relaxed and how calm you need to be when tackling this German circuit. But to the right hand side, extremely close to the apex there for the right hand as we now go into the left hand side. Once again reiterating the importance of gentle, smooth, controlled movements. The analog stick is being gently applied, it's being pushed. Yeah, of course it's being moved around a lot because this track contains so many different sort of curbs, different undulation, different types of corners where sometimes you can be really gentle in acceleration and sometimes you can go almost full throttle. But it's all very important to make sure you're being calm. And just try and balance watching the controller overlay and watching the footage as well, just to give you a good understanding of how much is needed to be applied. I could talk all day regarding how smooth, how gentle you need to be, but I've also done my other guides for that as well. So if you do want to see more, and this is just a taste of what you can get, because I've got a lot of guides on my channel from Ride Force, from MotoGP 22, MotoGP 21, and so on. So definitely subscribe if you haven't done already, and hit the video as well, because it helps out the channel quite a lot. But coming into the final bit now, before we reach the massive straight, a little bit nervous about this particular section of track, so I've just taken it a little bit steadier. Just braked a little bit earlier, nice and gentle on acceleration. If you're feeling confident, apply more acceleration. If you're not feeling confident, reduce acceleration. You don't need to be going full throttle all the time, but here we're going to be in a very long straight. 3 things are being pressed right now: right trigger to the max, X button to the maximum, and the left analog stick forward to the maximum. Now, if you're holding the tuck-in button, doesn't matter if you move the analog stick forwards or backwards, but look how early we have turned in there. We have moved the analog stick very early, and same can be said for these couple of corners here. But ladies and gentlemen, that has been the Nordschleife with a couple of tips from me, DrAce, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you like the controller overlay. If you do and you want to see more of it, let me know in the comment section down below. But guys, thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao for now.
Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.